I'm deeply committed to creating economic opportunities and sustainable economic foundations for Black communities. It's like a anger and a frustration and mixed with love for my community. I grew up in a low-income Black community on the east side of Buffalo, New York, so I understood growing up, like, all the institutions and businesses in my community, for the most part, were actually taking resources from the community as opposed to nourishing the community. When I saw the marijuana industry like blowing up over the last few years and just juxtaposing that growth and that sense of opportunity and, like, you know, this new frontier kind of feeling with the decades of the war on drugs where Black communities have been disproportionately harmed, I just knew that that tension had to go away. There's less than 5% Black founders and business owners in the industry. We suffered all this time over this same plant that's now legal, so now what can we do to make sure that we get a piece of this growth as well? So that's the gap that we saw at the Hood Incubator. Our goal is to create an environment and an ecosystem where Black and brown communities are able to participate in the legal cannabis industry. We do community organizing, talk about what's at stake, and just really recognize our collective power. We also do policy and advocacy to, you know, make sure as the different legislation and legal frameworks are coming online across different cities and states, that they're really centering the needs and interests of communities that have been most harmed by the war on drugs.
I am a graduate of the Hood Incubator Pre-Seed Accelerator program. You know, I had never considered having a cannabis business. I never would have thought that it was something I could do.
They get access to the cannabis industry networks, whether that's consultants, lawyers, other entrepreneurs in the space who may be further along on their path.
We had these contacts of people that we could, you know, call upon and get more support and more encouragement and more information from. Without the Hood Incubator, that never would have been possible.
I feel a deep sense of responsibility and a sense of stewardship in my work because I understand what the opportunity is. Like, this is one of the fastest growing industries any of us have seen in our lifetime. We do see this as an issue that's urgent. If we wait 5-10 years, the key, you know, fundamentals of how the industry functions, those will already be set in stone. We come to work every day and just grind out day by day. We're not always thinking in that big picture way. So sometimes you just kind of sit back and you're like, wow, like, this organization has already had influence and will continue to have influence on the way that the industry is shaped. We can do more if we move together than any of us can do on our own.